Welcome to another showdown here in the Meadowlark League as the Harmon Hawks will take on the Wyandotte Bulldogs here at Art Lawrence Stadium. It's the last match of the season and both teams are getting ready for the district playoffs. See all the action right here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network. Hello, everyone. I am Chuck Holmes. I'm here with Coach Larry Furnell. Another beautiful evening here in KCK Public School District Meadowlark League. We're going to have a great time, man.
Yep. It's going to be a good time, Chuck.
Hey, we're going to be talking about the Harmon Hawks. They need a win tonight to make the tournament in Class 5A. Yeah. Well, they'll be in the tournament. They're going to be the 16th seed, but they'll be in Class 5A. Meanwhile, Wyandotte really needs a win to maintain their 11th seed in Class 6A. But a loss could drop them all the way down to the 13th seed, so they don't need to see that. But before we move forward, let's look at the Meadowlark League standings with Sumner leading the charge at 16-0.
Yeah, Chuck, Sumner is a formidable foe, and they are a top seed right now at 16-0. And now we take a look and see where Atchison sitting at 12-3, Slagle at 8-5. We saw them a couple days ago versus the Sabres, and here's Wyandotte at 6-1. So Wyandotte is here trying to get a win, and they're already in as the 11th seed right now. We take a look at their schedule and their record right there, and you see where the last time they played the Harmon Hawks, they won 5-0. So they'll be looking to duplicate that again tonight.
Oh, yeah, as you look at their standings, you can see Wyandotte can put the ball in the back of the net as well.
They've
got a couple of 8-0 victories in there, things like that. So but let's take a look at Wyandotte 6A, where they stand in the 6A standings.
Yeah, you see where they're at right now. They're at Wyandotte sitting at an 11th seed right there, and if the standings were to go right now, that's exactly where they'd be at. So they're on the same side of the bracket with Olathe West, and they're in Region 3 of the East. So, now we just kind of checking to see what's going on and how they're going to do today.
Absolutely. Well, Wyandotte, they've won their last 2 games, so they come in on a little bit of a hot streak. But before they take the field tonight, we got a chance to sit down with their head coach and had a chance to talk with him, Coach John Fields.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pep Talk. I'm Marco Johnson, and I'm with
Coach John Fields.
So, Coach, what's been one of the biggest challenges for you this season?
Well, this season's been a real kind of different thing for us because over half the girls that came out this year were freshmen. I only had about 6 seniors come out at the beginning. We only had 4 returning starters total on the team. This is a team, that went 10-5 last year. We had, a pretty good record, second in the conference, and we weren't really sure what it was going to look like this year with a younger team. We've dropped a few games to teams that we beat pretty handily in the past, and that's really, it's disappointing when it happens, but it's a growth opportunity. The exciting thing about having a young team, obviously, is that they get put into roles a little earlier, and they can develop a lot faster sometimes. So, I think the future is really bright. I see this as a year of growth and learning for a lot of the girls.
You beat me to it because I was going to say the growth there, it's going to be there.
No, for sure, and we're seeing it already. One of our freshmen that started on varsity this year, she's already second on the team in goals scored. I had 4 freshmen starting on varsity this year that had to really take on a big role. And they've really shined. Some of the freshmen have outplayed players older. They've really been some of the most integral parts of our team. So
that's awesome. I'm hyped about it, and we appreciate the time you've given us today.
Of course, I think.
Hey, we want to thank Markel Johnson and Coach Fields for the brief insight into the Bulldog squad. Now let's take a look at the home team, the Harmon Hawks. They come in with a record of 2-11-1, ranked number 16 in Class 5A.
Yeah,
Coach?
We're looking at the Hawks, man. We're going to see what they're going to be able to do. We're 16 right now, and unfortunately for them, they have to play the best team in the conference in the East, and that would be the Sumner Sabres. So, going into this is going to be a good practice for them trying to get in there and see how they can maybe get a win out of that.
They do have one player we want to watch, though. Her name is Shelly Arvela. And let's look at the rankings first.
Yeah,
we got them up on the screen here.
Yeah, if we take a look, you guys can see the rankings out there. We see Sumner sitting up at top right there with Harmon sitting at that 16th seed. So they're in the number 1 region in the East with Sumner, unfortunately, someone they've already played this year, and so they know what to expect.
Absolutely. So now let's take a look at number 16. take a look at Sherry Aravallo.
Yes, 4-year starter. You know, the Harmon Hawks are going to be depending on her today to do what she's supposed to do. And as a team captain and the best defender, the team is going to be looking at her to make sure that she can help them pull them across.
Yeah, well, she's going to have her hands full tonight to get this Wyandotte team that can really score. So let's take a moment here to hear from a former Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools standout who's the head coach now of the Harmon Hawks. Let's listen to Fritz Desir.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pep Talk. I'm Marco Johnson, and I'm with
Fritz Desir.
Okay, Coach, what's been one of the biggest challenges so far for you this season?
I think just playing consistently. I feel like we have a pretty good team, but we just kind of get inconsistent at time. And unfortunately, we have some things happening where some girls are missing time too. So that's been a little bit of a challenge.
You say inconsistent, so how do you overcome that?
I think we've kind of, Coach Almanza and myself, I've kind of just come up with some schemes to help make sure our players are in best position to be more successful as the season goes along.
How do you keep these young ladies motivated?
I think just having fun with it. We practice just about every day, so every once in a while we'll throw some fun in there, having a little bit of ice cream or just having challenges that they get prizes for.
Prizes and ice cream. That you can't beat that, right?
No, not at all. I feel like they enjoy it, so yeah, we keep doing it.
And we're here for some action. Wyandotte takes control. Thanks to Coach Fields and Coach Fritz for taking the time to provide some insight for both of their teams. And we're live underway here on senior night for Harmon. You know, both teams are looking to improve their standings. They're looking to go into the districts with on a winning note. Wyandotte's won their last two, of course.
Yep.
Harmon's been a tough season so far for them. And, at 2-11-1, they're a young team.
Yeah, they're very young. And we've been talking about this the last few times that we've been together, checking the games we've watched. KCKPS is very young. I mean, if you look at all these teams, they're loaded with freshmen and sophomores right now. So I'm looking for this conference to be much tougher in another couple years.
As is Wyandotte. Wyandotte's a very they're a freshman-heavy team as well. So good things happening for both. Good things happening for both of these teams in the future. Harmon's still looking to find that magic bullet or that magic touch where the girls end up playing together and they can be a formidable force as well. So we're looking forward to that. And as you mentioned, over the next couple of years, both of these teams are going to be really good.
Yes.
They've got a tall ladder to climb though in the Meadowlark League because they got to run across. They got to run across that same Sumner Sabres team that's also very young as well too.
They're also very young.
Indeed.
We've had them. They're loaded with freshmen and sophomores that's leading the teams as well. So, yeah, and at 16-0 right now, you know they're going to be a much better team in a couple of years.
Absolutely. Well, if you're looking at this, you see Wyandotte in the red and white, the white jerseys. Harmon is in all black. See who can break the score here as both teams are up and down the pitch right now. Both teams have played hard. They played a tough schedule. The Meadowlark League it's not a gimme.
No, it's not a cakewalk.
Sumner's running through at 16-0, and then you have Washington at the bottom of the list. But in between there, from 2 down to the last place team, it's a very competitive league.
Yeah, you throw Atchison in there, makes it a little drive up there. Atchison, if you're going to play up there, and they're sitting at 12-3. So this Meadowlark is going to be tough.
Yep. You look at the Highland Park.
Yes.
They're going to be a good team as well. So it's exciting. It's a beautiful day here. Like as I mentioned, it's senior night here. And so the nice crowd, a bunch of parents here to watch their daughters play in their, not going to say their last soccer game, but
right.
They are here to support the last of the conference season.
There we
go. So it's going to be exciting at halftime. We'll probably try to get a few pictures of that at halftime. Some of the girls, but we'll see. You never know.
Never know. Never know.
Okay, yep. So here comes. Right now, the ball's kind of flying back and forth between the two, so no one has really taken charge. Wyandotte's on a little bit of a charge. Now they got a chance. As they look forward, got somebody streaking down the side. Here's a pass out front. She got an opportunity to the left foot. Nice play by the goalkeeper. She's able to get out and recover for it. So Wyandotte on a short run there, almost had the opportunity, but the goalkeeper for the Harmon Hawks came out and took care of business.
was very aggressive by the goalie right there to come out there. As we take a look at this replay and watch the aggression of the goalie as she comes out to make sure that ball does not get through there. Good job by the offensive player to jump over the goalie. You can't touch the goalie. So
That's right.
Good job.
Yeah. And so, here comes Harmon now on the attack as they looking to do. Passes given away. So Wyandotte able to take it away to stop with a little bit of momentum, but Harmon steals it right back. They're looking to try to set up something in the middle of the field. It's towards the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper easily handles that one.
Yeah, that was just an easy shot right there. Just get a shot on goal. Let the goalie know we will be taking shots.
Ball back at midfield. As both teams looking. Here comes Wyandotte again with the speed as they're able to come down. The goalkeeper from Harmon's going to be tested again. A long shot. Knocks it away.
Nice hands. Nice hands.
Wyandotte able to keep the ball in the zone. And there's another shot just across the goal mouth out of range. So
just a bit wide.
A couple of good shots by Wyandotte, a couple of good drives.
Yep.
They're looking to get up on the scoreboard first. As a goalkeeper, you like the aggressiveness of your goalkeeper. She didn't sit back and she didn't wait for it to come to her, especially on that first shot. She went out and got it.
Yeah, and it's all about aggression and timing, and you have to be able to judge the ball and judge your speed and the speed of the defender, the offensive player coming at you. So she did a good job both times with those saves.
Absolutely. And now we see here is the ball's going to be kicked out by Harmon. It's going to be a throw-in for Wyandotte. Coach, we've been blessed again with some beautiful weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little windy.
Yeah.
A little windy, but not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. Once again, we like to see that goalie be aggressive.
That's right.
We'd like to see that goalie come out and take charge. There's a nice shot there. She comes out, she blocks it with both hands. Yeah. So, for all those young girls out there that want to play goalkeeper, this is what you have to expect.
You got to use your hands.
Exactly. Again, here comes Wyandotte on the attack. Looking to score. Oh, yeah, just wide. So.
Yeah, and as we see right now, Chuck, we see the Bulldogs right now on the aggressive.
Being very aggressive.
They're being very, very aggressive. And, the player that we highlighted earlier, Harmon, Shelly is getting her foot on every ball down there as well. So she's in that action every time that ball gets down there.
Absolutely.
16 is going to be close.
She's involved in the action. That's the reason why she's
the best defender.
Yep. Best defender, the 4-year starter. Corner kick from the Dogs. Head in, right to the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper able to pick it off easily. I love the way she gives her offense time to get set up.
Yep.
Little miss kick right there.
Coming right at us.
So not exactly what she wanted to do, so it'll be a throw-in for Wyandotte. We're looking to break the ice here to 33-minute, 30-second mark here in the first period. Coach, you and I were talking earlier. This is only my third time here, and I believe you said this is your third time here at Harmon.
Yeah, this is my third time here.
Yeah.
So played here in high school, a football game, and came here and watched the great Daryl Stuckey.
Yeah.
Washington Wildcats, Kansas University, and the then San Diego Chargers. Now they're no longer the San Diego Chargers.
Now they're the LA Chargers.
They're LA Chargers.
Yeah. Here we go. That's stolen away. Harmon trying to get something done. Wyandotte able to maintain control of it. Serves off towards the middle. Both teams still battling for it. Wyandotte able to clear it across. Headed backwards. Right to Wyandotte. And here come the Dogs. They're streaking down court. Down the court. And the shot's over the goal.
Just a bit wide.
We did Wyandotte girls basketball game. And that's what they did. Streaking down the court.
They streaked down the court. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we did the Wyandotte Harmon game at Harmon.
Exactly.
Here at Harmon,
Okay, in an effort to amplify student voices and honor their identities, the Diploma Plus College and Career Institutional Program at Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools held a special social media challenge. More than 70 students from J.C. Harmon High School came together to compete in an aspiring client-connected program at the central office. It was a collaborative event to showcase their talents, creativity, and passion. The unique design challenge was a partnership between the CAPS program and the Latinx Education Collaborative of Kansas City, Missouri. Once their social media campaigns were completed, students presented their work to the judges in the first round. Those presentations determined who the finalists would be. Congratulations to all the students who participated in this event of learning. So, good job.
Good job, ladies.
Yep.
Good job.
Okay, once again, we look at both teams as so far 0-0. No one's really taking command. Wyandotte's had a couple of really good shots on goal that have been defended.
And Harmon's taken one shot on goal, and Wyandotte's had 3 or 4 on so far. So goalies have been involved in this one.
Kind of look at Wyandotte's defense back here, and they're playing up at midfield, but they're playing 4 deep, 3 up.
Yeah, classic defense.
Classic
in
defense.
Soccer right there.
Yeah.
4 back, 2 mids.
With the 3 attackers.
Yep.
You want your best offensive players up front because they're going to be outnumbered every time.
Yeah. Generally, teams will have their best player would be a midfield center fielder that can play forward and midfield at the same time. So that player that does a lot of running from the offensive side back and transition back into defense. So it's generally the best player on the field.
And once again, goalie comes out, scoops it up. So she's had that was an easy save there, but she's had a number of good saves so far. I've been impressed with her.
So far.
Giving her offense time to get in position.
Yeah, Chuck, it's kind of like the game that we had the other day over at Schlegel. The wind's the same way, so the wind is blowing right to left. As we're looking here, and we're seeing that the ball is dying as it's going it's traveling further that direction. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah. Wyandotte showing off their team speed as they're ready to get to the ball. She's able to get there before the defender is. Trying to send it. Oh, that's going to be off. Yeah, okay.
Nice D. Oh, I thought it hit off the back, too. I'm with her.
Yeah, I know. She may have been out of bounds when it hit off of her, but
they got it right.
They hit it, yeah. That's right. They did get it
off
right
her,
because it did bounce off the Wyandotte player. So.
Yep. She knew. The best defender on the field knew.
See, making substitutions, trying to keep some fresh legs in there. It's Coach Fritz. Coach Fritz is a legend in KCK public schools and soccer, man. I understand he was a lethal weapon.
They tell me he was pretty good.
Yeah.
They tell me he was pretty good.
Yeah. With the name Fritz, it's German. You gotta be good, man.
You gotta be good.
Yeah, you gotta be good. Wyandotte now, so good footwork there. Good job. It's gonna be a throw in for Harmon. Yeah. Yeah. Here comes Harmon with the throw in. Again, Harmon on the attack. That was going to be blocked by Wyandotte. That's going to be another throw in for Harmon. Harmon trying to put a little pressure on the defense for the Bulldogs. And just scooped up.
Good job by the goalie. Since letting that ball go out, just go ahead and grab it.
Yep.
Got a better chance to advance it when everybody's moving instead of standing there looking at you.
Nice clearing kick as well.
Nice clear. There's that wind involved.
Yeah. I'm sorry, some of the football coaches, they should be looking at some of these girls kicking that football. If they can kick a round ball, they can kick an oblong football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there she, like you said, why take it the chance? Let me just grab it.
Yeah, just go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, I got it.
See the ball, pick it up.
That's right.
It's the best defense you can have.
It's going to be a throw.
Things that could take place.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be a throw in for Harmon. Anytime the goalie, I'm sorry. Anytime you can get the goalie some love.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, goalies get no love.
They get no love because either way, look at this one. Aggressive. I love that.
Good job.
Yeah, see, there you go. And she's doing what she's supposed to do, so it's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte because she was whipped on the kick. But
yeah, she's attacking the ball instead of sitting back and waiting for it. She's attacking it.
Very rarely the goalie is not the best player on the field. Harmon has an exception with that, and but everybody looks at it like if you're not scoring, then you're not that good on the field, right? Well, the goalkeeper is usually the best athletic person there.
Yes, the best mover. For
exactly,
sure.
the best mover,
Has
the best agility.
lateral, yep, best agility.
Yeah, the ability to jump, to fly through the air if they have to.
And anticipate where the ball is going to go.
Exactly. And angles, looking at the different angles that are out there.
Must know the angles if you're going to play goal.
That's right. Yeah. So, hey, the makeshift kitchen buzzed with excitement as chefs from Wyandotte High School made history at a culinary competition held in Wichita, Kansas. The 5-member team, comprised of 4 seniors and 1 junior, competed in the Kansas Pro Start Invitational against 95 other students from across the state. The Invitational focused on restaurant management and culinary arts with scholarships and statewide recognition on the line. Their creation featured a chopped salad, Parmesan panko salad with scratch-made fettuccine and sautéed broccoli. For dessert, they prepared this is an Italian word for me. Degbaglione?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I've had that before, which is an Italian custard, along with macerated strawberries. And to top it off, they had just 1 hour to prepare the 3-course meal. The competition also included a concept category for each team had to pitch their innovative restaurant concepts to industry experts. So, congratulations to these future chefs.
Yes.
Get the Culinary Institutes going. You know, that's the team those are a group of people after my own heart.
Yes.
Culinary people.
You can cook.
You can cook. I'm your man.
Yeah, I'm part of your crew. Part of your crew.
Yeah, if you can cook, I'm your man. If you need somebody to test it, call me up.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to test it.
If you want to get in touch with us, Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools.
Oh!
It's a self-goal.
Nice.
As Harmon, unfortunately, puts it to the back of their own goal. Caught their own goalkeeper off guard. So a self-goal.
Oh, such an inflicted wound. It happens, though. She was trying to clear it. It just happens to. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So we see it's a corner kick from the side.
Here it comes in, and we're trying to clear it. Oh no!
Just misdirected it.
Hey, just enough English to score in her own goal.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
That was unfortunate right there. She was just trying to clear it out, and it's got a little extra spin on it.
Well, that's going to put Wyandotte at 1-0. Wyandotte looking to take better advantage of that as they try to get a little bit more offense going. Again, nice defense by Harmon, keeping it in. Harmon on the attack, then kicked out. And it's going to be kicked out. Harmon's going to be a throw-in for Wyandotte. Wyandotte again, nice pass. It's going to be just like you said. You mentioned, Coach, the wind's blowing.
The wind's blowing that way. I've been on the field. It's nice and cushy.
Yeah. See, like I said, this is the 3rd time you played here.
Yeah,
oh, you've been here.
The field was not like this.
It was not like this.
There's a lot of dirt on the inside without blades of grass on it in the midfield.
You guys had dirt?
That's what they called it.
Oh, okay.
It felt like cement, actually.
Yeah, I played here in the 70s. It was concrete. The parking lot was softer when we played here. And those trees in the background back here behind the scoreboard, they were little baby things back then.
Yeah, they were.
So it didn't block the breeze, didn't block anything. So,
nope.
You know, but this is a place of fond memories.
And we didn't have a cell phone.
We didn't have a cell phone tower.
Right,
right here in the middle, too.
Sitting there taking a look at the Pico sales up there. Looks like they have some new stuff up there.
Yeah.
Things that I know a little bit about.
Yeah. So this is the field's beautiful, you know, and they've done a wonderful job within the district of upgrading the playing facilities. You know, just upgrading. And another opportunity, and she scoops it away, just missing the goal. So far, Wyandotte's been the aggressor.
Yes, they have.
They have been able to put the ball on goal, get a couple of shots. You know, their lone goal is a self-goal.
Self-inflicted wound.
You know, but you put the ball in the middle, and good things will happen one way or the other.
That's right. Yep. That is right.
Yes, indeed. You know, we'll look up here, and she's once again, that's that Coming, it's going. Yeah,
And
she
there
just
it
couldn't
is.
get her foot on it.
And the goalie did the right thing. No sense of chasing it and maybe tapping it and leaving it in play. For Wyandotte to get a score, she just let it go out.
Once again, more good footwork by Wyandotte as they get a throw in on the far side.
Chuck, the ball boys and ball girls are getting a workout today. This
They
field
are.
is big, and it's just, that ball is rolling a long ways.
That's the only thing, about this field, the way it's better, the way it's set up.
Yeah.
If it was a bowl shape more, but it is what it is. And so, like you said, we played here in the wintertime. The wind's blowing the same way.
It's blowing the same way.
And it gets cold.
Yes, very, 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 very,
It gets cold.
Very cold. Especially on the open end over there on the other side.
On that other side of the field,
where the visitors normally sit.
Oh, yeah. It gets cold.
There's no blockage.
Yep.
Luckily for us, the game was at night, so we didn't have to worry about the sun.
Well, our game was at night and the temperature dropped. Here comes one across the middle, trying to head it in, just not quite get enough head on it. Good idea.
Yeah, and Harmon's going to have to figure out a way to flip this field and play on the other end for a little bit, or they're going to be in trouble of giving up another goal. We saw Sumner do that the other day. To Slagle. They just kind of kept the ball in the zone, and there was not much Slagle could do about it. So,
yeah, it's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte. As we mentioned earlier, the ball boys and ball girls, they've got the work cut out for them.
Oh yeah. I had to switch up at halftime.
Coach Fritz talks about ice cream for his girls. After he's going to definitely owe these kids.
Yes. Put an order in of vanilla bean, please.
For the kids.
Some Hershey chocolate and some caramel.
For the kids, man, not for us. See, they burn it up.
Oh, okay.
Ours just sits there.
Yes, it does. Yes.
And so they're working hard for theirs.
Yeah, our burn-up days are over.
Yeah. Okay, there's another throw in. And Wyandotte still looking to be the aggressor here. Again, Wyandotte, they're doing a really good job of keeping the pressure on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the district is proud to present Art Upload. It's an online exhibition art show highlighting the incredible creativity of students from elementary, middle, and high schools. The online exhibition showcases pieces carefully selected by our art teachers to represent key artistic concepts, techniques, and the learning that it takes place in our classroom every day. We invite you to browse the virtual galleries at kckschools.org and support our student artists. I can't draw stick people. One of my best grades I was getting in school was coloring between the lines, but that was about it.
Didn't play hangman very well.
No, didn't play hangman very well. Self-portrait was more like a starving child from some third world country, so they wouldn't allow me to do stuff like that. so these kids with art, the artistic minds, they got it all. They got it all working. Whoop. Okay, we got a break. With knocked away. Harmon trying to put a little pressure on. Wyandotte able to get back. Kick it out.
We may have to call the goalie up here. Truck can help us hold our papers down. Both seem to be losing them.
Yeah. The wind's kind of brutal, man.
Yeah, I mean, we just take a look at this. If I just hold the paper
hold the
like
paper.
this, there's not much I can do. So, that's the direction that it's going, right to left, and so that's why it seems like the game is played on the Harmon side of the field, because it's a lot easier to get the ball to go that direction. So we'll see what happens in the second half and see if there's an advantage for Harmon on this.
Absolutely right.
Half.
You notice my shirt though, my Hawaiian shirt.
I saw that.
I'm ready to go surfing, dude. I don't mind the wind if I'm on the water.
Well, I mean, maybe you should have sent a memo, and I'd have had a shirt too.
Kicking up the big waves, but unfortunately, we are in the middle of Kansas,
or
the middle of the country.
My big red shirt.
Here's a long pass from Wyandotte as they're trying to stay on side, trying to get control of it. Harmon gets back on defense, still intercepted by Wyandotte in the box. Wyandotte looking to set it up. Harmon's defense collapses. It's going to be a tough raid, man. Once again, we see how aggressive the goalie is.
Good job. Good job.
She's protecting her zone. This is my house.
Yes, if she sits back and waits for that, she may give up a goal.
Yes.
She would have been at a great disadvantage at that point.
She does a good job of recognizing. You know, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah. You know, you give her a little bit of kudos, and then she does that.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what?
It happens.
This is what her best job is right here. Right here, she identifies it quick. She goes after it and she gets it.
And go get it. Yep.
So that's what she does best. She's doing it very well.
She's doing
very
a good
well.
job.
Once again, Harmon trying to get something going, but Wyandotte collapses on it, kicks it away. Harmon intercepts. 1-0 here in the first period with about just over 16 minutes remaining. We got to have offsides.
Yes. Yes,
Yep.
offside. Good kick. Good clear. Just the forwards were a little bit quick.
I think she's trying to adjust for the wind, too. You know, you get it up in that breeze and maybe it slows the ball down a little bit, give your defender, or give your offensive player a better chance to get down, but didn't happen this time.
It was a good thought, though.
Good thought.
You got to flip it. Somehow they have to flip this field and play it on the other end for a while. That's the only way they're going to be able to score a goal.
Goalkeeper about 48 yards away. And here we go. Now Wyandotte has to get back. Uh-oh. She's able to get back. Good job.
Good
Clearing
job.
it. Harmon still keeping the pressure on, trying to keep the ball in that offensive zone.
Good job by the goalie knowing who touched that ball last.
Finding the open spot. Unfortunately, all Bulldogs are there. Uh-oh. Unable to control it. It's Harmon. Rushing to get outside. She's unable to get there. It's going to be a throw-in for Wyandotte. Now some substitutions. As we see Coach Fields trying to keep some fresh legs in the game as well. Yeah. Okay, Wyandotte with controlling it. Those going to be taken away by Harmon. Nice tackle. Going to be kicked out by Wyandotte, so it's going to be a throw-in for Harmon. Good aggressive
Good
defense by Harmon.
Yes.
Oh, nice kick on goal. Goalie identified that quick. Now look at her getting it out quickly. Getting it out quickly. Using the wind and the speed for Wyandotte. He's running down. Looking for the pass in the middle. Not quite there yet. She's able to get it there. Oh, the goalkeeper once again doing a good job.
Good job, goalie. Good job.
Wyandotte still maintaining control. Look at another again. Harmon's defense. Here it comes. Just over the top.
Just over the top.
So good defense and good offense by both teams.
Yes,
As
good
the action
play.
picked up down at that end, and it all started with the goalkeeper kicking
not
the ball
waiting.
the length of the field, not waiting.
She caught that. She caught that ball.
Yeah,
Take a
identify.
look. That shot right there. She goes across, and there's the cut. And look at the goalie.
She's out there being aggressive.
But I also like the Harmon defenders. All of them went to the ball. They all knew exactly where the ball was at. And they were trying to cut the ball off as quick as possible.
If Wyandotte would have had one more midfielder,
it might have been trouble.
It may have been trouble. Because at the time it was 4-on-2, 2-on-4. You bring one more midfielder into it. Now it gets interesting.
Yes.
Now it gets interesting. But good job from both ends.
Yeah, that goalie, the goalie clearing the ball was the start of that.
Yes.
Right off the bat. She got it. She immediately came up out of there, saw where her teammate was at, and nice kick, too. Aided by the wind a little bit to get it out there, but the speed of Wyandotte right now, we see that. They're getting to those balls much faster than the Hawks are.
Yes, they are. Much faster.
It's just allowing them to take more shots on goal as well.
Yeah, so far it's 1-0 Wyandotte. 13 minutes remaining here in the first period. Wyandotte get their goal on a self-goal from Harmon as they were unable to clear from in front, and one of the defenders kicked it in with their own goal, so giving Wyandotte the 1-0 lead. Wyandotte's had a chance to be up by much more, but the goalkeeper for Harmon has just been outstanding.
Yes.
He's done a really good job. Once again, here comes Wyandotte again on the attack. Left foot. Couldn't get enough on it. Picked up by the goalie. Knocked away. Wyandotte once again. Now, nice tackle.
Nice slide tackle. Nice.
There you go. You may be able to pick up some of the crowd here as they're trying to egg on their Hawklets from Harmon. Keep playing harder.
Yeah, it's always good to hear from from the crowd.
That's it.
There's always some gems that come from the crowd too. Learn a lot of things when the crowd's screaming.
Wyandotte maintaining control, looking ahead. Still got that was going to be a little bit out of range. You're interested to see how many saves she's got so far. Yeah. From our count, it's like she's got at least 5 saves.
Yeah, at least.
At least 5. So Wyandotte's been aggressive. They put the ball on shots on goal.
Yeah.
Number of times.
She's definitely earning a keep today.
Oh, absolutely. Uh-oh, that was stolen away. Here comes Harmon with an opportunity. And she just misses it.
Just went to the left.
Yeah, just misses it. So Harmon with the opportunity for a goal, for a chance at a goal, and unable to convert.
Hey, that's a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, she just miskicked it. And here she is, the breakaway.
For all y'all wondering, she was not offside.
Looking there and
just a bit to the left.
Right there.
Almost just a little bit of a touch pass would have done it too. So it's going to be.
Yeah, I was looking and saying maybe she's just going to touch it and with the momentum of the ball, get the ball and flip it up over the top of the goalie and then recover on the backside of the goalie. That's what I saw. But that's not what happened.
Come on, 12.
Okay, here comes Wyandotte. They get it back to the center of the field.
Yeah, they gotta be the star players over there. Damn. Damn.
Here they go. Here's Wyandotte with the throw in. I love the crowd, Mike.
I love it. It picks up everything.
It picks up everything, as you said.
Even the papers below.
Yeah, you get all kind of, tell them what you're going to get from the crowd. I love it.
Dad went down to move those papers and we could hear his feet.
Here we go. That's going to be kicked in.
But it's necessary.
Pickup.
You know, we couldn't have heard that kick.
Yeah.
We didn't have those mics down there. So we're trying to capture all the game for y'all. Everything for you. Mess around, we're going to catch some birds flying.
Get up there.
Again, she overruns it. Had the opportunity, but she overran it. Now here we go. Now Wyandotte with showing some team speed. She's able to keep it in, looking for a little help. Not there yet. She has somebody in the middle, but not enough to help her out. We've got somebody to go down hard, but gets up, shakes it off.
There's some phicality to soccer. People don't think that. There's some physicality to it.
Soccer's a tough sport.
Yeah, it's a lot of running.
It's a lot of running.
It's a lot of bumping. It's a lot of things that take place.
I remember hearing, Lionel Messi and those guys talking about them. There we go. Nice touch pass to herself. Here comes Harmon on the attack. Wyandotte trying to get back on defense. Stops, slides it around. Still maintaining control. She's able to out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in.
That's a good recovery by the defenders of the Bulldogs right there. Yeah, they recovered very well. That's the second time we've had a breakaway like that. And
Wyandotte showing their team speed.
Yes.
Able to get back on defense.
They are definitely fast.
To finish that thought, I remember, Lionel Messi and those guys, they're talking about running 5 to 6 miles a game. Up and down the pitch, 5 to 6 miles a game. So
sometimes at high speed.
Yep. It's going to be kicked out. It'll be a goal kick for Wyandotte. More substitutions. Coach Fields trying to keep some fresh legs in there for the Bulldogs. Here we go for more action. I mean, this is exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
Where else would you rather? It's a Thursday night here. Oh, it's a Wednesday night. Not even Thursday. It's a Wednesday night. Beautiful night outside. Here comes Harmon again.
It's Thursday.
Is it Thursday? Yes, it is. Oh, Wyandotte.
Good job.
Goalie for Wyandotte able to come out. Also being authoritative and aggressive. And with a nice clearing kick. Looking for offense to get it started.
9-iron.
Both goalkeepers have played very well so far
Yes.
here in the first half.
Yes,
They've done an outstanding job.
They're not waiting for the ball to get to them. They are attacking the ball and not allowing that ball to bounce off of them. We're going to see a foul right there. We're going to keep going that way we wind up. Yeah, incidental, just trying to play a little, get the ball. So it happens. I'm not saying that you taught to step on somebody's foot, but it happens.
I don't know about that. I think she was going for the ball, but if her foot got in the way, it is what it is.
Yeah, foot got in the way. Got in the way of her putting her foot on the ground.
There you go. So here's Harmon trying to get anything going. They've had a couple of runs at the Wyandotte goalkeeper. Here's a run. Wyandotte able to get back, clear it themselves. Harmon, the interception going to be kicking it out, so it's going to be a throw-in for Wyandotte. You can see Harmon trying to get something going deep.
Yeah, they're trying, and they're kind of limited with the wind. The wind is kind of helping the Bulldogs play better defense. So, so we'll be looking to see how it changes the game in the second half.
Exactly. Yeah.
Flipping the other, going a different
Flipping the other direction.
Yeah. Chuck, we even had fans out here with some cards.
Indeed. More than 100 students from all 5 Kansas City, Kansas public high schools gathered for a groundbreaking digital summit at the central office. The event was a whirlwind of learning and discovery for students eager to increase their tech knowledge. The summit featured close to a dozen breakout sessions led by technology experts from Kansas State University. It was the perfect opportunity for students to explore digital innovations, many of which were interactive and hands-on sessions. The immersive workshop focused on digital business, computer science, AI and media, aerospace technology, and more. The event delved into cybersecurity, computer science, marketing technology, and social media management as well. It was a powerful partnership between the Kansas City, Kansas Public School and Kansas State University to help students chart a course toward a bright future in technology and innovation. Great partnership. Great partnership with Kansas State. We talk about the cybersecurity, computer science. These weren't even subjects that were on the board years ago.
No.
And now you look at it now, my wife and I were discussing it the other day in regards to what kids are learning in school, in high school and middle school, in regards to programming.
Yeah.
Working, creating programs, writing code, things like that. Finance management.
Yeah.
Teaching kids how to manage money.
If you look at the kids today, these young kids are growing up on technology. They're growing up on iPads and all the different tablets and devices and
handball there.
So they are well equipped for ChatGPT and AI.
Exactly.
Because they're used to doing that. So the older generations are going to struggle with those things because it's new technology. That's not how their brains work. That's not how they were set up or how they grew up. So as we move forward in this world, you either get on that AI and ChatG or you're going to be left behind.
The world is changing
rapidly.
It's no longer where one country or one area, one group rule the world. It's a global economy, and
everybody has access.
Everybody has access, and we have to learn how to play together. In the world. So those programs like that are outstanding.
Yes, they are.
They're outstanding.
Yes, they are.
So. Okay, we got some more substitutions
the parents of our
coming in.
Lady Hawk seniors reported to the track area down by the numbers on the track at this time. All parents and family.
As we did mention, it is it's senior night.
It is senior night.
Yeah, it's senior night. So Harmon's senior girls will be honored.
Yep.
Their parents are here. We were talking about the wind blowing. We see a lot of balloons. They may end up in those trees later on, but we see.
They're going to end up somewhere. They're not going to be around here, but they're going to definitely end up somewhere.
Indeed, we see a lot of them out here. So But no, it's always not. That's always a special time for the student athletes.
Yep.
With a senior night.
Yep.
For your parents to come out, and not just necessarily your parents, but grandparents and other relatives and friends. They come out and they celebrate you.
Yeah.
You know, and so this is a big time especially for seniors, because as graduation comes up, here comes Wyandotte on the attack again. We see the team speed for Wyandotte, and she's able to hustle down, get to the ball. Nice little footwork, but she's being marked very well by the defender.
Very good defense.
So,
very good defense. Not going for any
not
fakes
going for
or
any fakes or anything else. So done a good job over there on defense. Outstanding job. Yeah, but this is a big time for the seniors.
Yes.
You know, they got graduation coming up, and it's been a big year. You know, when you're a senior in high school, it's always a big year for you anyway.
Yeah.
You got your senior prom, and you've got your homecoming. You know, all the different activities that take place. Your last concert.
Last
if you're
concert,
singing, your
yes.
last play or production
Last
that you're
play,
in with high
last
school members.
game, last time being in the classroom.
Exactly.
There's going to be some people that you leave that you
you may never see again.
you'll
in your
never
life.
see again.
And here comes Harmon on the attack. Wyandotte trying to get back, which they're able to do. Harmon still keeps it maintained. There's a shot on goal, just picked up by the goalie. And able to clear it.
Once again, we see she's not waiting. She gets the ball out of there quick, which benefits her offense.
Yep, she finds those out. She finds those right. Nice footwork there, but unable to follow through and have a foul. She got kicked in the shin. So
Part of the game.
part of the game, you know. But it is a foul,
It is a foul.
so they do call it. Wyandotte
Even if
will.
it's accidental.
It's just the senior years in high schools are just your high school years are fun anyway.
Yeah.
You should make the best of them, and as we mentioned, there's some of these you may never see some of these people
Some of these
again.
people you may never see again.
Or you may not see them to your 5-year reunion, or your 10-year reunion, or your 50-year reunion. In my case, anyway, coming up on 50 years.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, I tell you,
Wow. I
yeah.
know. So coming up on 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. As first quarter starts to wind down. First starting to wind down here as
What?
yeah. It's gonna be another throw in, down to the final 5 seconds here.
I know. Hey, we're gonna switch sides. You're gonna be on that side.
And that's the end of the first half.
Okay, here we go. It's halftime here. Wyandotte leads it 1-0. It's time for our center circle activities that we do have, And so we're going to go take a look at that real quick as we go to halftime here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Center Circle. I'm your host, Marco Johnson, and I'm with
Guadalupe Alejo. I'm a freshman.
Jacibe Sanchez Medina. I am a sophomore.
So what's been one of the biggest challenges for you this season?
Que pues las chavas de soccer, que yo soy capitano de Team C, y era frustrante que ellas no, o sea, yo las apoyaba, les explicaba todo y ellas no ponían atención, o solamente se la pasaban jugando. Entonces, pues creo que lo mejor fue hablarlo con ellas, a que ellas mejoraran eso, o sea, ellas vieran que yo las apoyaba para que ellas pusieran más empeño en soccer.
Awesome, thank you. So what has it been for you? How have you been able to overcome your challenges?
Well, I would say showing up to practice, talking about what we did bad on the field, fixing all the things, and just getting better at it.
So what things do you need to fix so far this season?
Well, I would just say communication, but overall we're getting better at that, so yeah.
And communication is key on the field, right?
Yes, it is.
Awesome, thank you so much for your time.
And welcome back to Art Lawrence Stadium here, where it's senior day. JC Harmon and Wyandotte are going at it in a Meadowlark League. Meadowlark League competition. Wyandotte leads it 1-0 on a self-goal. Both goalkeepers have played very well, Coach.
Yes, they have.
They've done a good job of keeping the ball out of their goals.
Yeah.
Harmon did have that one miscue, as hopefully we'll get a replay of it later on, but they did have that one miscue. So, but other than that, we've been very impressed with the goalies. Yeah.
Yeah, both goalkeepers have been very aggressive and not sitting back waiting for the ball. They've been attacking the ball and making sure that they get to it before the offensive player gets there. So
absolutely,
you know, when you do it when you're aggressive like that, you can slow down some of those shots on goal by just making sure that you get out to that ball quick.
Right. We see, Jolie Santos is the goalkeeper for Harmon, and she's been busy.
She has been very busy.
She's faced a lot. We counted at least 7 or 8 shots that she saved. The one that get by her is we see here on the replay. But there's a nice block there. Here's another one coming up here. And she's been very aggressive.
Yes.
Getting the ball in, and getting it out to her offensive players. And she's been very decisive. She's not wasting any time getting rid of it or going after it. Once she makes a decision, that's what she does.
And she's been quick at diving at that ball.
Exactly.
Make sure she stops it. So that's what you expect. As you see right there with that play. That's an excellent play.
And I love the way she's just aggressive. And she makes a determination. I kick that away.
Yeah.
And so that is awesome to see her as she is being very aggressive. Now, Wyandotte's goalkeeper has been very aggressive as well.
Yes.
She's had a couple of good saves and stuff too, but Santos has been extremely busy. She's been extremely busy down down there for Harmon.
Yes, she
indeed.
has.
We also had another chance. Markel Johnson had another chance to speak with some of the Harmon players in our center circle features. And so let's take a listen to what Markel had to talk to with some of Harmon's girls.
Hi, it's another edition of Center Circle, and I'm Markel Johnson, and I'm with
Shelly, I'm a senior.
Jolie, I'm a junior.
All right, Jolie, I'm going to start with you. What's been one of the biggest challenges so far this year?
I think that one of our biggest challenges this year is having girls really commit to the sport and actually wanting to be here and taking it seriously.
And that's a big thing to you, right?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because I'm looking forward to going and playing on more sports after high school. So obviously I will take it as serious as I can to try to get to that level.
I love that. So what's going to help you guys get over some of those challenges you're facing?
I feel like if we can just get multiple girls to just commit as well as their friends instead of going out and doing other stuff, instead of doing that, they can start coming to practices. If not, if they can't do that, just communicating with their coaches, letting us know in advance why you can't make it or something. Just communication is a big part of that as well.
That sounds like a leadership role. Is that who you are and what you're trying to be?
Basically, yeah. I've been captain for the last 2 years, so I've been learning a little with that. But yeah, basically, the communication and the leadership is all just one big part.
And back again here at Art Lawrence Stadium, where it's halftime, where Wyandotte currently leads Harmon 1-0. Coach, we talked about both teams getting ready for district play.
Yep.
Wyandotte's in 6A, Harmon's in 5A. Let's take a look at Class 6A first with Wyandotte, where they stand and where they could, if they win tonight, where they will be at, and if they lose, what could happen?
Yeah, so we see they're in the East Regional bracket number 3 with Olathe West as the top seed in that bracket. Wyandotte's the 4th seed, so the 11th seed, so they'll be playing Olathe West. South and Shawnee Mission Northwest will be playing each other to see who will advance. So Wyandotte's going to have a tall test, with playing the West. So Olathe West is a pretty good team.
Yeah, if you look at this too, you see where Mill Valley is actually the best team in Class 6A in this district anyway. Now, let's take a look at Harmon in Class 5A. Unfortunately, they will have to run into that juggernaut called Sumner Sabres, individuals that know how to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, those Sabres are very, very good. They play very well together. They pass the ball very well. They're quick. Their defense is outstanding. They do not allow you to get past the midfield, and when you do, they clear it pretty quick. So Sumner's another one of those teams that will put a lot of pressure on your defense. They're going to get that ball. They're going to take shots. So
we've talked about Sumner's a team that scored well over 100 goals.
Yes.
And they've given up only 5.
Only given up 5.
So whoever they run into within Class 5A is going to be in trouble. But what we've seen so far from Harmon is their defense has been outstanding so far today, and we're looking for more of that in the second half.
Yep.
Looking for more of that in the second half. So, we're going to take another break here because it's halftime here. It's senior day at Harmon. and the girls being honored by their parents on senior night. We're going to take another break here. We're going to be right back. You're watching the Kansas City, Kansas Public School Sports Network.
I come in every day with the goal to impact every student, every person, every individual positively in some way. I check the building overall to make sure everything looks good. We even have coffee bars. I make sure those are kept up. I also check the classrooms, make sure teachers have what they need. Just sort of get a feel for the environment overall and make sure that we're ready to go for the day. Good morning, Mr. Walker. During the day, I'm brainstorming constantly. I may check on the administrator, the principal, to see if there's anything that she needs. I'm answering phones. I'm making sure that classrooms and behaviors are supported. I also have lately done cold and flu drives just to kind of get some materials back from the community. So just always finding different ways to make sure our environment is positive and empowering for all involved. To be better every day, my goal is to address every part of a child's life holistically, and that is supporting them not only in our school building and these walls, but supporting their families, supporting them in their sports by ways of just keeping up with them and making sure that they have all of their needs met. I enjoy doing it because it feels good. It's rewarding to know that you're a part of empowering or enhancing the holistic life of a child, from the parents to the teachers and staff, because in return, it'll assure that they have a positive experience in their childhood and make them great adults. At Claude Hike Elementary School, we're getting better every day.
We have partnered with Kansas State University to host our first digital summit for the district. So we have students from Wyandotte, Harmon, and Schlegel here to learn about everything from cybersecurity to content creation to artificial intelligence. They have participated in 3 concurrent sessions led by current professors from K-State, and then they are going to participate in the Innovation Showcase.
I really liked the lesson where they were talking about AI and Kendrick Lamar's producer using it. I thought that was really interesting.
We have representatives from, I believe, 12 different departments here from K-State, including their innovation department, their entomology department, their computer science department, and they will come out and learn about all the opportunities that K-State has available.
When I was talking to him, he was telling me about the aviation and mechanics, and I'm very hands-on. On my little side gig that I do is a mobile mechanic. So I like being hands-on, and once he told me I could work on aviations and told me there's scholarships for all that, it got me interested. I might check it out.
You only know what you know, and if our students don't have exposure to different career and learning opportunities, then they will not know it's available to them. And this is accessible. This is lead to high wage, high demand jobs, and that's what we're hoping for our kids.
And welcome back to J.C. Harmon High School, where it was halftime. Wyandotte currently leads at 1-0. We've seen some good action in the first half, but unfortunately for Harmon, the one goal did come at the expense of Wyandotte.
Yes.
I'm sorry, at the expense of their own defense. Wyandotte did have a kick from the side, and as they tried to clear it, one of Harmon's players actually kicked it in. So that's the only blemish on Harmon's goalie's record right now. But unfortunately, or fortunately for the Bulldogs, or unfortunately for Harmon, it puts the Hawks down 1-0. So, Coach, if you are Coach Fritz, what do you tell your girls at halftime? I know it's been a long halftime because they had senior night and everything else, so you had some limited time with them. But what do you tell your girls?
Well, first you start off and you say, hey, we're playing a pretty good game. You know, we have defended well with the number of shots that Wyandotte has been able to put on goal. And what we need to do on our side is we need to flip the field, right? We need to get the ball on the other side of midfield so that we can put some pressure on Wyandotte's goalie. I don't think they're playing bad at all.
I don't think they play bad. They haven't played bad at all.
They're playing good, yeah. They're playing very good right now. So, you know, as coach, I'm not trying to change too many things. I just want you to flip the field, and I want you to aggressively push up. You know, everybody, we've seen the ball get flipped a couple times, but we've only seen the forwards taking off running. There's no midfielders. Everybody stops,
right.
You know, right at the midfield. I would like to flip it and to get everybody to move across,
right,
so that we can put more pressure over there. But on the other side of that, we have to protect from the long ball because Wyandotte's very fast. So if that ball, they were able to return that ball over the top of you and get it back into your zone, now your goalie has to get set and get ready to defend the goal.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is the finish.
Yes.
Because Harmon did have a couple of opportunities where it was one-on-one with the goalie and they did not finish.
And they did not finish. Exactly.
You're only going to get a certain amount of opportunities.
Yeah.
And so
You're
that's
not going to get a lot of opportunities, and you know, we'll see what happens this time now that the wind has changed, and we'll see if this will help Harmon and hurt Wyandotte.
Yes, they can.
We will see. Yeah.
Yes, they can. Yeah, let's see if they can or not. But like I said, I would finish. That'd be one thing I would talk about, and then the other thing is, you know, I'm looking at Harmon's record, 2-11-1. They don't look like a 2-11-1 team.
They do not.
They do not look like they are a much better soccer team than their record indicates.
Yeah,
much better.
And you know, there's lots of things that take place in a season that's long like this. You know, you may start off slow, and then in the middle you play very well, and then something happens in towards the end, or vice versa, or how you do that. But what we're seeing today, we're not seeing Harmon look like a 2-11 team.
No.
Right.
No.
You know, we're seeing Wyandotte look like a 6-6 team that is capable of putting the ball in the net.
Exactly.
And they play very good defense as well. So
they look like a team that's coming off a two in a row.
Yes, they do look like a team that's won 2 in a row.
They've got a little bit of momentum behind them. You can see the confidence in them as they run up and down the pitch. So both teams are, you know, like I said, they're getting ready for the district. Wyandotte in Class 6A, Harmon in Class 5A. Both teams are looking to improve. If Wyandotte loses tonight, they could drop. They could drop down to number 13 seed, which they don't want to do.
No.
But right now they're 11th seed in Class 6A.
Yeah, they want to avoid Mill Valley if they can.
If they can avoid Mill Valley, they want to. Unfortunately for Harmon, their destiny is already set.
Their destiny is already set.
They're going to face the Sabres, and there's not much they can do about that. So, so we're underway here in the second half. The wind has picked up a little bit more, unfortunately. So now, going to have a foul there. A little bit more. You know, I'd like to see the girls, they go down, they bounce back up.
Yes.
Yeah, and
well, they're young.
They're young. They don't even feel it.
Yeah. We go down, we're not bouncing back up. Well, we're going to need a couple helping hands to get up.
A couple of helping hands. I got myself already down to 9-1. Just put the other one in. I'm ready to go. Come get me. Take me away. So. Here comes.
Oh, everybody's down that time.
Really? And we're going to have a couple of words being shared. Yeah. So it's going to be a foul, but number 11 really wasn't happy with the way that transpired. But it was a play on the ball, I think.
Let's take a look and see the camera doesn't lie.
Yes, she comes
see
in.
what happens, and there's a step over. Oh, a little slide tackle.
Yeah, a little slide tackle. Couldn't quite get her leg in front of the other to touch the ball, but you know, nothing malicious there, nothing on purpose.
Well, she touched the ball before she touched the player. So
Wind up with the free kick. Kick deep into the zone, headed away by Harmon. Harmon looking to clear it, which they're able to do, but wind up trying to keep it into the zone.
Come on, take it back. Come on, Harmon.
You'd like to see a little bit more spacing between there.
Yeah.
You know, when one has the ball, the other don't bring your defender to the ball as well.
Yeah. Spread out, give your teammate an opportunity to pass the ball to you. If you're standing right on top of them, it's not a very good pass.
Well, it's just like in basketball. You don't want to bring your defender over to the person who has the ball.
No,
you don't want to do that. So both teams right now trying to find that sweet spot here as the second half has begun. Harmon trailing 1-0 to Wyandotte. Wyandotte streaking down the side, looking to center it, which he's able to do. Oh, hits the outside of the net just barely. So we see Santos with another save.
Good save. That was a tough one right there.
That was.
You got to watch the pole.
Not sure if it almost hit the foul pole if it's baseball, you know. So let's see how close she came to doing that. She's able to get a good shot away. And Oh, just out of our screen range. So, but looks like it hit the outside of the netting.
Oh, she's got a hold of it.
She got a hold of it. That's the good thing. So,
don't want the net to move. We don't want the net.
As long as the referees in the green shirts don't say anything, I guess it's good. Yeah. So Wyandotte hustling down. Looking for a shot on goal.
Just outside.
I'm looking for that upper right side of the goal, unable to connect.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good shot right there. The goalie's coming towards you. If you can get that ball up and over the top to that top corner, it's a good shot.
That's it. It's hard for them hard for goalie to elevate that to that particular corner. So as we see him line up on there, he turned just a little bit too much.
Just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So she keeps that a little bit to the right, and that's a goal.
Indeed. Back to live action. Wyandotte maintaining control. Harmon trying to take it away from them, which they're able to do. Now they're cleared. And now here comes Harmon on the attack. If they can get to the ball, he just takes it and kicks it away.
There you go. There you go.
Doing what they're taught to do as defenders.
It's exactly what you're taught to do. If you can't control it and advance it up, just kick it out.
Just kick it out. Get a throw in. Throw in for Harmon.
Mark everyone up.
See Shelley with the ball. Number 16, our star player that we highlighted earlier on in the beginning of the broadcast.
Good footwork by the referee.
Yeah, she's got skills too. Here comes Wyandotte on the attack. Harmon trying to get back on defense. The goalie's got to make a decision. She comes out. What a
nice.
Outstanding job.
Good job.
So once again, Santos doing what she's paid to do.
Yes. Good job. She's going to sit back.
Going to earn her ice cream tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, Coach Fritz, he talks about giving him ice cream. He's going to burn his ice cream tonight. And I like the way she came out. She was aggressive, and she covered herself up.
Yes.
To keep herself from being injured if necessary. So
just in case the foot gets away.
Indeed. Santos playing very well in goal. If not for that self-goal, we're knotted up at 0-0.
Yeah.
So, again, Harmon's got to run hard, looking for an opportunity to get there. She needs a little bit of help. There it is. Here it comes. Now she's got it. Here comes Harmon on the attack. Wyandotte able to get back so far, but Harmon's still attacking. There's a cross across the middle, and Harmon unable to convert on that.
Quick. I like the goalie getting the ball out quick. Doesn't allow the defense time to get set up. Good job.
Now here comes Wyandotte.
And the flip of the field.
And once again, Santos making the decision to come out early. She left the goal wide open.
Just a bit outside.
But Santos making the decision early to come out. Be aggressive.
Very aggressive. Very, very aggressive.
So Santos, once again, playing very well in goal for Harmon.
You don't want to tell your goalie to sit back and wait. You want them to always be aggressive, be smart aggressive, though. So each time she's been smart aggressive.
More substitutions. Both coaches trying to keep fresh legs in the game. We're at the 33, just over 33 minutes remaining. Harmon's had a couple of opportunities, unable to convert themselves.
Yep.
You know, the ball's hard.
Yes, it is.
Here comes Harmon. Here they come. Here comes a breakaway. Wyandotte making a decision, and the kick is good! Harmon getting on the board with a great run, a breakaway.
Yes, good shot. And she picked the appropriate zone in the goal. Top right.
Good job by Harmon. Putting the pressure on Wyandotte's defense, making it to make a decision, making the goalie had to come out and make a decision quick, and able to find the back of the net is
That's
Harmon.
where the wind comes into play. The wind helped move that ball further up the field and allowed that to happen. If that ball's going the other direction, that wind is going to knock it down.
You had mentioned that. But see what happens at halftime when the wind's going when the other team's going the opposite direction with the wind. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we see it all the time in other sports. We see it in football a lot. You know, which teams pick which direction they want to go in the fourth quarter.
Yes, indeed. At 33-14
coin
mark, Harmon gets on the board. We're all tied up at 1-1 here on senior night. Halftime may have motivated some of these girls to get fired up.
Had time to rest.
Indeed.
They want to send out their senior teammates in style.
So now Wyandotte looking to take advantage, to get back in front. Nice, good footwork over there.
Come on! Get there!
Little miscommunication there because the ball kind of rolled around for quite a while.
Everybody's looking at it.
Everybody's looking at the ball. Yeah. You know, I mentioned how hard the ball is. People using their heads, knock yourself out. Hit the wrong place with it, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It will. It will. The ball it can give you a concussion.
Yeah.
It could get you. It could definitely give you a concussion.
I remember my youngest son when he played soccer. They were like fourth graders, and he kicked one from about 20 yards out, hit the goalie in the face, broke his nose.
Oh.
Fourth grader. That's when we made the decision then you need to come off the soccer field and start playing baseball. which is the decision. Oh, watch a little high kick there, but got away with it.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good decision for him to make. Yeah, I need to hit the baseball that hard. I'm going to kill someone on the soccer field.
Well, I mean, you can do the same. You can do the same thing in baseball too.
Yes, indeed. Well, yeah, that's true.
You know, it's you got to use your hands though. You got to use the glove. And the glove is on your hand. You know.
Let me see the picture. You know, it's an opportunity again to take a look at that goal that Harmon scored, knocking it up at 1-1. So here it is, Harmon with their breakaway. Their speed to show that, and the goalie made a decision.
Up over the top.
Up over the left-hand part of the goal.
Yep.
And that's where you're going to put it, where the goalie can't get to it.
Exactly. Goalie made a decision to come out and try to get that ball. She's a little late getting there, and she was punished for it. So that's what you try to do as an offensive player.
Exactly.
Ball, and if the goalie commits one way, you try to kick it the opposite direction.
Yeah. Wyandotte trying to get something started here. They hustling down. Good defense by Harmon. Able to Wyandotte keeping it in. Nobody in the middle. Here comes Wyandotte across the middle. The goalkeeper's there. Santos looking for help. And unable to get it. As Wyandotte is able to find the lower part of the right hand, the goal. As Santos unable to get any help from her defenders up front.
And they were trying to clear it. Shelly was doing a good job trying to clear that ball, and just got it right back to the middle of the field. And just like any other sport, you get the ball to the middle of the field, good things
are going to happen. We talk about that all the time. You get to the middle of the field. I was concerned at first because I didn't see anybody from Wyandotte. And then all of a sudden there were two midfielders there. So it's like they came out of nowhere. So Wyandotte doing a good job putting the pressure on Harmon's defense.
Lots of pressure.
Yeah, as we look here on the score, Wyandotte being aggressive, taking the lead back. We see her here. She's looking for a little bit of help, not able to get it. So now it's Santos by herself.
She's trying.
And she's trying just out of her reach as she tried to kick it away with her right leg.
It's a good job. If you notice, she didn't commit herself.
We're going to have a foul there.
Watch out now.
That could result almost a yellow card, but she's not going to call it, but it's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, Santos didn't commit herself. She kind of stayed centered.
Yep.
Tried to wait out the shot. It was just a good shot.
Yep. Once again, deep into the zone. Wyandotte not able to pick it up, and it's going to roll. Score! And how often do you see that happen?
Oh, my goodness.
How often do you see that happen? We have one goal in the first, self-goal.
And now we have a flurry.
Now, now we got a shootout working here, Coach. You know, that's
deep shot.
That's almost 50 yards. You count counting from the end zone, too. That's a little bit over 50 yards.
Wow, you count the 10 yards of the end zone. That's 60 yards.
60, over 60. I'm telling you. Did they call it? No, I don't think so. We haven't seen. Well, we got to.
Did we have offside?
Did we have offside?
Offside.
Oh, we had an offside. They called an offside, so that takes the goal away.
In the excitement, we missed the flag.
We didn't see the flag.
They called an offside.
So
that's tough.
And that doesn't sit well here with the home fans.
No.
Not at all. So Wyandotte gets a reprieve after what almost like a 62-yard goal. But here we go again. I've got a handball there, but she gets away with it.
Oh.
And we got no foul called. They're still playing.
No handball, no foul.
Yeah. So now Wyandotte looking to take advantage.
Oh, she hit her with the hezzy.
Now, is she onside? Nope, she's offside. I thought that was an offside there.
Yeah, they baited them that time. The defenders kind of stood there, and they took half a step up, and you see that all the time. There's always jacking up position. You know, there's a lot of things that you fans miss when the camera's not on.
Exactly.
Just before.
You know, for some people, they're not quite sure what offsides is.
Yep.
You know, and so if you get an opportunity to see it on the replay here, if we can see like this goal here, we thought it was a goal, but actually the defender there, right in front of the goalie, she's offsides.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and then she knocks the goalie down, so she was well offsides.
Yes.
So it was an easy call once you see it on the replay. Seeing it live, though, we were watching the ball.
Yeah,
Everybody was watching the ball.
Yeah, we didn't see the flag go up.
Yeah. So
Come on, Harmon!
that's why the guy in green makes a lot of money.
That's right.
Go, 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 go,
Here comes Harmon again on the push. Wyandotte's team speed takes it over, able to clear it out of there, but Harmon keeps it in the zone.
Oh, the goalie! I was going to say the goalie doesn't know where the ball is. Maybe she was looking to see where she was.
She's looking to see where she was at, exactly. You know, so 28 minutes remaining here. Wyandotte still leads it 2-1. Again in the zone. This time she's onside. Wyandotte able to keep it going. Looking towards the middle. Needs some more help in the middle as far as Harmon's concerned, but not there. So Santos able to easily save it. Shows you how hard that ball is. You can hear it all the way up here when they hit it.
Great field microphone.
Indeed. Harmon, not able to control it. Wyandotte still not able to control it, so once again. We're listening to some laser shots coming off.
Yes, sir. Once again, those field cameras give you the opportunity to hear exactly what we hear.
Exactly. Oh, we're gonna nope. They keep playing.
Play on. Everybody up.
And Wyandotte streaking down, and is she on side? She's on side towards the middle by herself. Santos, good job.
Save. Nice save.
Good job by Santos with the save.
Good clear. And that's how you do it, Chuck, right there. The save and the clear.
Yep.
Reset.
Now let's see if Harmon hustle down and to get to it. Doesn't think they're going to make it. Touchback. Going to clear it out. Okay, that's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte. Santos down here playing the way goalie's supposed to play. Wyandotte looking to center it. We were hollering for more help across the middle. She didn't get it. Santos is like, I got it.
Nice. Nice.
I got it. I'll take care of it.
They did lay out and knock that ball out. We're seeing some good goalie play today.
Excellent goalie play today. Other than the self goal, we're tied up at 1-1.
Yes, yes.
Tied up at 1-1.
Good game so far.
As I mentioned, during halftime, Harmon is not a 2-11-1 team. They look much better than that.
Yeah, they look much better than that. So.
Yeah, they look much better than that type of thing. And as we talk about too, as they get ready for the playoffs, on any given night, if something comes out flat, you never know what can happen. Every year, countless students dream of attending the prom, only to abandon their plans due to the extremely high cost associated with it. But thanks to the McKinney-Vento program, that dream was made possible for the Kansas City, Kansas public school students due to a special donation from the Prom Boutique at Woods Chapel United Methodist Church in Lee Summit, Missouri. The group of 20 students were able to select from hundreds of new and gently used prom attire that included dresses, dress suits, dress shirts, ties, shoes, jewelry, accessories, purses, and more, all free of charge. To help make the day even more special, students were allowed to make their prom selections before anyone else. The Prom Boutique, which began more than 20 years ago, was just a handful of donated dresses, has grown greatly. This year, organizers anticipated giving away 1,500 dresses and suits and will serve more than 100 schools across the greater Kansas City area. Our heartfelt thanks to McKinney Vento and the Woods Chapel United Methodist Church for making dreams come true for our students. Now, you're talking about a worthy program.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
You know, my wife and I, we were fortunate. You know, we had 3 sons, and you know, you buy a black suit with a white shirt, and you change the color of ties, and bingo, you're in business, right? It was a nice save right there. But we always felt for the parents that had daughters.
Yes.
And with the 3 daughters, and you have a daughter.
Yes.
And so you know, they get the prom dresses and they wear it the one time.
One time.
You know, and then and now what do you do with it? You know, it's like being a bridesmaid in a wedding. You have all these bridesmaids dresses. Now what do you do with them? Yeah. So, was that a Larryism?
The ball won.
The ball won that one?
Yeah, the ball won that.
Was that a
okay. It was definitely an O. It was definitely an O.
Oh, mercy me. So,
that O had not a lot of excitement, just an O.
Oh, excuse me.
Watch out.
You know. but I do love that program with the prom dresses.
Yes.
You know, because they do wear them one time or maybe twice if you're lucky enough to get 2 or 3 wears out of them. But for the most part, no.
Yeah.
You know, and so you know, that program is good hands up and
did she stay on side?
Did she stay on side?
Yeah, she did.
And she's Wyandotte hustling back on defense.
It's
going to be a corner kick, I believe. Yeah.
I didn't see his flag go up, but I think it's going to be.
I think he stayed on side.
I think he stayed. Okay, so it's going to be a corner kick, so Wyandotte touched it last.
Yes. So Wyandotte.
Okay.
Wyandotte getting the goalie getting her shoes tied. So yeah, it will be a corner kick for Harmon. This is tough here because it's right into the sun. Goalkeeper's looking right into the sun on this one. So this could be interesting.
The kicker knows and understands it. Get it up high.
What is he just misses it as it was right there.
We almost had a second one in that goal.
Indeed. So another corner kick coming for Harmon, but that was close.
We almost had another self-inflicted wound. And this game would have been tied 2-2.
Now here comes the other corner kick. Here it comes again. One more time. This is
a
better kick.
Better.
Just off the. And it's no good.
Nice
She kicked it out.
Lot of action.
How did she not go in? Oh my goodness.
Lot of action. I like it. Another corner kick.
Really crowded up in front of the goal. Offense and defense. Balls bouncing around. Rolls off people's legs. This is going to be another corner kick. It's going to be a throw-in this time for Harmon, as they're trying to keep the pressure on Wyandotte on their end down here. Wyandotte trying to do something, trying to at least clear it. Harmon keeping it in. You see Harmon being more aggressive here in the second half, Coach.
Yes.
A lot more aggressive.
A lot more aggressive. And we had that conversation. They have to be a little more aggressive.
I'm sure that's what Coach Fritz told him. You got to be more aggressive. You want that ice cream? Got to be more aggressive.
Yes. Everyone loves ice cream.
There's a shot on goal. It's going to be wide. So, yeah, we saw some good action. Saw some good action in front of the goal here.
Yeah, a lot of good action.
A lot of good action.
Corner kick right here. The ball gets
the
up
first one.
High. There it is.
Like you said, almost another self-inflicted goal.
Everybody looked at each other like, "Oh, what happened?"
Yep. Would have been poetic. It would have been. It's the only thing. It would have been equal.
Right.
For it to go that way. And what a great way to
tie
it up. On 2 self-goals, one for each team. But unfortunately, it wasn't true. That's going to be a throw-in for Harmon. But we saw some good action on both corner kicks.
Real good action.
You know, Harmon kicking it from there. And that's what you want to do. You want to get the ball in the area because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Right,
That's wide.
Exactly.
It's a big net.
So here we go. We got some more action going on. We're going to have a foul. Well, they're going to let it go. No, they're going to have a foul.
She got it.
The side judge pointed out. The referee didn't see it. So, you know, one of the things I like working with you, Coach, we come up with we come up with these little sayings here. We see something, and you come up with it, and it's just poetic. Can't think of another word. Here we go, right here. You know, Yeah, no harm, no foul. The ball's bouncing around.
Little love touch.
Little love tapping. And she goes, oh, I forgot the ball.
The ball just got a little bit up on me. Oh. It just happens. You know, you're not supposed to do it, but it happens.
It happens, man. It happens. You know, and it's one of those. If you got family members watching that couldn't be here tonight, you got grandma and grandpa maybe watching, or aunts and uncles from anywhere around the country, they may go like, "Oh my God, that's her big moment."
Or the siblings will say, look what you did in this game.
Oh, my goodness, really? And if you've been recruited, you don't put that on your recruiting tape.
You don't put that on that doesn't go on the recruiting tape. No. That gets played at the end of the year banquet.
At the blooper, at the blooper reel, really. That gets played at the end of the year. So.
And if you throw the O in there, it makes it even
worse. Okay. So both teams still trying to, we got 18:40 left here in the game.
Tight game.
Yep, Wyandotte leading right now, 2-1. We've seen a lot more action here as we move further into the game here. Kansas City, Kansas is pleased to announce that 5 of its elementary schools have earned the 2024 Challenge Award from the Confidence in Kansas Public Education Task Force. The Challenge Award recognizes students for their outstanding achievement and uncommon accomplishments of students based on the Kansas Assessment Program. Results in math and reading, as well as the socioeconomic status of those taking the test. The graduation rates and chronic absenteeism rates for middle and high schools are also included in the award criteria. These students are making a notable difference in achieving their. These students, you know what, if I learn how to read, I'll be all right. You know, these students are making a notable difference in their achievement despite facing significant challenges in their school population. This year, 100 schools are recognized throughout the state. The Kansas City, Kansas public schools were Emerson Elementary, Francis Willard Elementary, Frank Reston Elementary, New Stanley Elementary, and Whittier Elementary. Once again, congratulations to the students, parents, teachers, and school staff for their hard work. Yes, I did graduate from high school. I can read.
Well,
yes, I did graduate from college. I can read.
They said reading is fundamental.
It's fundamental, you know, but if you don't do it enough, I guess that's what happens.
Maybe you just needed a rainbow somewhere.
And speaking of that, Wyandotte keeping the ball they're in the zone. That's Harmon looking to try to clear. And here comes Harmon on the attack as they're trying to get it across midfield, which they're able to do. Harmon stand on line. Good job. Wyandotte takes it away. You know, that Challenge Award, that's an awesome accomplishment for the schools.
Yes.
You know, because as they mentioned, you know, they take in a bunch of the other criteria. And here comes Harmon again. Wyandotte's goalie's making a decision. She comes out, kicks it away, doing her job. Good job. You know, a lot of criteria go into that. You know, they talk about the absenteeism and the other things that go along with that. So for those 5 elementary schools to meet those criteria and actually be part of the 100 in the state is an outstanding accomplishment.
Yes, it is.
So good job to those teachers and students and principals and educators, and everybody at that school. So, and especially the parents.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
Especially the parents.
And sometimes we forget about the parents.
Yep. And they're number one. They're the number one line of defense.
Yes.
Well, the parents. They're the first. They're the first line of defense. They're the first ones to make sure that their kids are healthy, and that they come to school, and that they follow the rules and do what they're supposed to do in school. So it makes the educators' jobs easier, and makes the kids' jobs easier because they're either in the learning environment.
Yep.
So,
takes both the parents and the teachers to make things work.
What's the old saying? It takes a village to raise a child.
Facts.
That's true. Facts indeed. Indeed. Now here comes Wyandotte with an opportunity. Oh, that's a good pass. And she's on side. Here comes Santos. Comes out. Says, "I got it."
Good job picking it up this time and not kicking it. Good job.
A little bit over 15 minutes remaining here in the contest. Wyandotte leads it 2-1. Wyandotte looking to stay as the 11th ranked team in Class 6A as they get ready for district play. Harmon is already set to be the 16th seed in Class 5A for district play. Here comes Wyandotte again, coming down, trying to miss tackle. Centered. Oh, just a little bit too much. Wyandotte unable to kick it in, so it'll be a throw in for Harmon. I can't remember what on the graphic when it came to Class 6A, who would Wyandotte be facing? I don't remember on the graphic. We'll
Wyandotte
talk
will
about
be
it.
facing Olathe West.
They'll get Olathe West.
Yeah, they're in the
Okay.
bracket with Olathe West.
They'll get the Owls.
Yeah, they get the Owls from Olathe West.
Olathe West, okay.
New schools. But no, maybe 5-6 years now. A little longer?
A little longer than that, yeah. A little longer than that. But no, you might be, you're right.
It's a couple years or a year or two before the blip.
Yeah. Yep.
We have family all over the city.
Okay. You and me both.
Yeah,
You know.
nephew that graduated from Olathe West.
Olathe West, yep. Well, that was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. So
Right,
yeah,
because he's a
it's been
senior
at
at
least
KU.
6.
He's a
Yeah,
senior
so
this
it's
year
been,
at
I think,
Kansas.
6 years now.
That's right. So it'll be 6 years at least.
6
Yeah.
or 7 years. So that
So
school's been built.
they have, you look around the state, and especially you look here in the Meadowlark Lake. They have really developed some good athletic programs.
Yeah.
I know when you and I were in school, your Friday night in the KCK League was.
Yeah, it's big time.
Oh man, it was big time.
Yeah, it was
You know,
big time.
and it's starting to get back to that.
Yes.
Starting to get back to that, and it's great to see because Dr. Stubblefield and her staff that works with her and the athletic directors around and work with all the different athletic directors at the different schools. It's still a learning process for a lot of the schools, especially when they have events that are televised, like we try to do here, try to bring recognition to the kids, try to bring recognition to the schools, the programs, and things like that. So it's still a learning process for them. And but as they learn how it works and they get better at understanding what's going on, then it's just going to get better all the way down the line.
Yeah, we talked about on the last broadcast about that. And, we're excited. We're happy to be here. This is the district we come out of, so we're happy to be here and be able to showcase the kids in the district that we came from. It helps them, and it helps the family, friends, and family that can't make it out to the games. They can at least watch the game. If they don't want to listen to us banter back and forth, they can at least watch the game and they can be able to have their own.
Yeah, they can turn your side of the audio off and just listen to me.
Well, I mean, that can happen. That can happen. So
yeah, it happens.
I'm just happy that we can do this and bring it out to the rest of the family. And for us, we enjoy sports.
Right.
So it's good.
It's just fun for us.
It's just fun for us. We really like to see this thing. So
and with it being senior night here too, a lot of people can't make it.
Yes.
For one reason or another, and if you have relatives that are working during this time frame, they can pull this up at any time.
They can pull it up at any time.
At 2 a.m. and see
They don't
what's going
necessarily
on.
have to look at it. They can just kind of listen to it and
Exactly.
kind of hear the action.
Exactly. So any kind of exposure we can get for the kids.
Yes.
Exposure we can give to the kids. We can give to the programs. We can give to the schools.
Yes.
That's why I like the pep talk sections.
Yes.
With the coaches, and we talk about the city circles, the center circles. Well, interviewing with the kids. And one of the things that we do here too, also with the production crew, a lot of the kids running cameras are students.
Yeah, they're students. Yes.
They're students.
Yes.
And
it gives them real life practical skills. Some things you can't learn from reading the textbook. Some things you just kind of have to do.
Right.
You can learn what you're supposed to do, but until you actually do it, you really don't know.
Exactly. So they can sit at home, they can watch. I wonder what goes on with that. Well, they can actually, with their headsets on, they can actually hear what's going on in the production truck. They can hear the producer. They can hear the director. They can hear us.
Yeah.
They can hear a lot of things and set up the different camera shots, camera angles. They're doing such a great job right now of following the ball.
Yes.
And that's hard for you if you're running camera.
Yes.
If you're looking through a little viewfinder.
It's hard to follow the ball through the viewfinder because you want to watch the game outside of the viewfinder.
Right.
So to do that, it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Right.
So kudos to them. And maybe one day we're sitting around watching a Monday Night Football game like,
hey, I know that guy.
Remember when that guy first started on the camera? We had to yell at him all the time.
That's
Keep
right.
the camera on the ball.
now we look at him and he may be the executive producer for ESPN or Monday Night Football or whatever the case may be. But just like us, we all had to learn somewhere, and so they have to learn somewhere. And so they make mistakes, and they learn from their mistakes, and that's the important thing.
And that's what's important.
And they get the opportunity, and that to me, that's even more important. I just love the way that they get the opportunity here with us. I love that your executive producer Todd Henderson, he gives them the opportunity. He connects with different. Now he's going to talk in my ear and tell me he's a producer director. I still like to call him the executive producer. And Mike and now because he wants to be the director, But there's a guy in the truck that's also pushing buttons too, a product of Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools. And so we're going to give him a little shout out too, right? Mike Ramos back there taking care of business.
Ramos.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Ramos back there taking care of business. So, it's a family affair here.
Yes.
And just watching the kids grow is important for us, and not necessarily just on the camera crew too. We've got young kids, college kids working in the truck.
Yeah.
Doing audio and doing graphics and doing slow motion whole shoot match. So we got a lot of people that bring you these productions. You and I, we got the easy part.
Yes, we get to watch the game.
We get to watch the game. The night before, you and I will get together and we show up. But here comes Harmon trying to clear it out. But we get the easy part. But there are a lot of hands that touch what goes on here.
A lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. A lot of
all the time.
Setting up from setting up the production crews to setting up the cameras. Because they're not just here; they're here early.
They're here early.
They're here
much
7
earlier
hours
than we are.
6-7 hours earlier.
Yeah, much earlier than we are.
Right now it's springtime, so we got really nice weather. But in the fall, when it's wintertime,
when it's cold.
It's cold outside, and
cables don't pull as easy.
Exactly. And then after the game is over, you try to pull all this stuff down. It may be midnight before some of these guys even get home.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
Yep.
We've taken the show on the road.
Indeed.
That's a tall task there to take all this equipment on the road.
Yep.
592 miles away.
Yes, indeed. We've done games in different places.
Yep.
Different cities, all from Texas to Arkansas to Nebraska. South Dakota. And here comes Wyandotte goalie, going to make a decision. Kicks it out of there.
Good decision. If she sits back and waits for that ball,
it's a breakaway.
It's a breakaway at that point, and she's at the mercy of the ball.
Yeah. Coming up on 7:40 remaining here. This Meadowlark League contest. Here comes Wyandotte. And Santos able to scoop it up.
That's a good push by the defender. They just didn't allow her to turn the corner. They kept that's when you use your body in soccer. You just kind of keep them away from being able to turn in on you like that. That's a good job by the defender.
A lot of communicating going on the field, too, which is outstanding.
Yeah, they are
both
doing
teams
a lot
communicating.
Of
both teams do a lot of talking. Woo, she felt that.
Yeah. High speed. Watch yourself. Incoming.
Ooh, she felt that one.
Yeah. Right on the side of the ankle. There's no pad on the ankle.
Yep.
Keep going.
Good footwork by the referee again.
Staying on side. Defense, Wyandotte's pulled their defense all the way up to midfield.
Yes.
Harmon can find a way to get around it, which they can, but they don't have the team speed yet to quite get there. And the goalie got to be careful.
Yeah, playing with that ball in front of your
goal. Ball in front of your goal like that.
It's not a good deal.
Yeah. Harmon now trying to make a run.
That's when everybody starts yelling on.
Yep. Now good footwork. Here comes Wyandotte. They've got a midfielder wide open. There's nobody there. Making Santos make a decision. And she's better knock it down. Can she rebound?
Oh, good help.
Kicked out again. Here comes Harmon, ready to clear it.
Good job. Good action, both teams.
Santos able to block it, but not able to corral it in, but she got some help from her defense.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a foul there. That brought out a yellow card.
That brought out the yellow.
That brought out the yellow card.
This is one of those situations where you're not quite sure what is actually happening on the field. There's lots of things that happen on the field that you don't see or hear. That may have resulted in that yellow card there. We're not sure, but it happens.
We've seen worse shoves.
We have seen worse.
So there had to be something else involved with that one because she immediately walked off the field. Yeah, she immediately walked off the field like, okay, I've had enough of this. So Harmon brings in a substitution. Clock continues to run with 5:20.
You see the team captain having a discussion with the referee. Is that sure that was a yellow card? They're doing it to us. I'm sure that's what the conversation is. What's that? I've been on the field and the court and all that. Those conversations happen all the time. You sure that you got that right?
All this is to the advantage of Wyandotte. The clock continues to run.
Yes.
Here comes a free kick over the top. Santos lets it go wide of the net. So Santos immediately, she recognizes the time is ticking off the clock.
Yes.
She immediately calls for a new ball. So the referee's bringing in more substitutions. As Coach Fritz looking to bring in some fresh legs. And time continues to tick away.
Yeah, time doesn't stop in soccer. It just
Doesn't stop.
continues to move. So sometimes it's a ploy to take your time.
Yeah, but when you're losing,
It don't take your time.
you don't want to take your time. You want to get on and get off the field. Santos with a clearing kick. Still plenty of time here for Harmon to make another run.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time to make another run and score another goal, maybe knot this up.
They scored 2 goals in what, less than 2 minutes?
Yeah, one goal was taken away because of
negated
offsides.
because of offsides, but it was a quick goal.
Yep.
Right after one they just scored. So
Yep. So it's going to be a throw in
Didn't
here
happen.
for Wyandotte. Good job. Keeping the defender away from the ball from Harmon doing a good job. There's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte as they
yeah, coach showing the
Look.
skills. I saw. I
Yep.
see you, coach. I see you over there.
looking to burn more time. Down to 3:30. Wyandotte leads it 2-1. This Meadowlark League finale for us here at the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network. It's been our pleasure to bring you these matches. Doing football season, boys soccer, girls soccer, basketball, both boys and girls. Been fun. We've had a great time.
It's been a great time. Great season.
See some really good athletes. See some good teams. Had a chance to interview a lot of kids. Get some, see how enthusiastic they are about playing in the sports in the Meadowlark League. Harmon can find a way. They still have time.
Yeah, you see Wyandotte's defenders, like you said earlier, Chuck, they're all the way up in
They're
midfield.
Midfield.
That's when Coach Fritz may want to think about, hey, drop that ball in the zone, left or right, not in the center. Make that goalie have
Oh,
to.
the whiff on the kick. Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Somebody goes down. She's looking for a foul in the box. Didn't get it.
But you said
Here
no
comes-
foul, no harm. Let's go.
Here comes Harmon. Oh, taken away by Wyandotte. Wyandotte looking, fill the middle. She's streaking down. Here comes Harmon taking her off the ball. Good job there. Centers it. No one there.
No one home.
Nice idea.
Yes, good footwork.
Yep.
Good idea. Oh,
Oh,
she tried to. Oh, did she keep it? She did.
Able to save it in.
She was able to keep it in.
It's Harmon's chance. Here comes Harmon's chance. If they get a little speed, they can catch up to it. The goalie's way out of the box.
Way out of the box.
Out of the box.
Oh, still moving.
Oh, that's a dangerous. So dangerous.
And she was smiling the entire time.
So dangerous. They were able to just to get it around her. They had a free goal. Oh, man.
Great action right there.
That right there was, I don't know the word to use for that. I'm going to think that's you see the crowd jumping on the ball boy. The home crowd jumping on the ball boy.
We need that ball. It's
Get
only
the
a
ball
minute
in
left.
quick.
There's only a minute left.
And the ball boy smiling at him, thinking, I got ice cream coming, you don't.
Right.
Down to less than a minute now. That may have been Harmon's last best chance.
May have been.
Goalie was at least 45 yards away from the goal. If they get it around him, they can easy score.
You got to get it. Got to clear it out of that zone
Yeah,
and
they
get it up top.
Still got opportunity. Less than 30 seconds remain. Clear it. That's going to be out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte.
This is when you have a little gamesmanship if you wind out. Yeah, take my time.
Take my time. No hurry. We're not looking to score.
Nope.
So now it's going to be a throw in.
Yeah, right back out.
Didn't even get the ball. Hustle up quickly.
Clock doesn't
The
stop.
clock doesn't stop. Hustle
Somebody
up quickly.
needs the ball.
We're down to less than 5 seconds.
Doesn't matter who
Four.
throws it in at this
It
point.
doesn't matter. It's going to be over. Yep. And here we go. And that's going to be the end of the game right there. That's Wyandotte able to hold on to a 2-1 victory.
Very competitive.
So we've seen a good action, especially the second half here, Coach. Saw some good stuff. Hey, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back here at the Art Lawrence Stadium. You've been watching Kansas City, Kansas Public School Sports Network.
On YouTube. Next week, I assume both teams will be playing in a regional game. Most likely probably around Tuesday.
The whole year, so like I didn't come to school. It was like a lot happening, which made my GPA go down really low. At the beginning of the year, I stood up in front of my class and I told them I was going to like be a different person. I'm going to get my grades up. I'm going to like, if we have a problem or not, I pulled them outside and I like talked to them and stuff and told them like what's going on and I'm going to change it. We want to be friends. And then after that, it was just, I did what I said and I got my grades up. I listened. I came to school. So I feel like since we're about to go to high school, it's like I had to get my grades up and stuff, and I wanted to like for like the teachers to see my information from high school. I wanted them to have like a good name on me and stuff. So I just wanted them to see me like, oh, that's not a bad student. She's smart. To be better every day, I communicate with my peers. I communicate with my teachers, and mostly I really communicate with my counselors and stuff. And I feel like the counselor really got an impact on me because how they help me and stuff. They helped me so much this year for me to like control my attitude and all that. At Carby Bruce Middle School, we're getting better every day.
And welcome back to Art Lawrence Stadium here at J.C. Harmon High School, where the Wyandotte Bulldogs have walked off with a 2-1 victory over the Hawks. Wyandotte will improve to 7-6. 7-6-1 as they go into a regional play at ranked number 11th in Class 6A.
Stay 11th seed.
Yep, Harmon will stay at the 16th seed. So we watched the first goal here, which is a self-goal basically, as Harmon accidentally kicks it into their own goal. So that made it 1-0 for Wyandotte. And it stood that way for quite a while. As we watch here, as Harmon was able to equal the score in the second half on a ninth goal. That made it 1-1.
1-1.
But right after that, Wyandotte came right back with a little pressure on, and Santos unable to make the stop.
Good stretch.
Yep. And so that gave Wyandotte the 2-1 lead. And that was the game winner right there.
Yes.
As Wyandotte is able to hold on, and like I said, as we said, they move up to 7-6-1, and they'll stay in the same as number 11 seed in Class 6A as they will take on Shawnee Mission. I'm sorry, Olathe West.
Yeah,
the Owls from Olathe West as the 6-11 matchup there.
Unfortunately for Harmon, they have to face.
They have to run across the Sumner Sabres. Sabres at 16-0, and just an offensive juggernaut. They've scored over 100.
Yes.
100.
Over 100.
And only given up 5. So we want to, you and I were talking about during the game, it takes a lot to put on these type of productions. So we want to talk about some of the people that help us. We got our executive producers, Edwin Burge and Sam Simmons, Mark L. Johnson. He does the pep talk. He does the interviews. Doug Clemens and Dr. Stubblefield herself, and she's heavily involved with what goes on here. So our producer director Todd Henderson, our director Mike Ramos, as he makes his and engineer in charge Ronaldo Davis, Pops.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, we call him Dad.
Pops.
Our sound engineer Monica Henderson. Yeah, I wonder if she's married to the producer director.
We don't ask them questions.
Okay, and then there's Daryl Ramsey, Dominique Henderson, and then Sean Hipsch. Sean's another soccer enthusiastic. He's awesome with it. Camera operators, Kenyon Kimbrough, again, Dominique Henderson, Brian Solomon Hitch, and Dalen Brown. And then, they interchangeable throughout the entire year. Our truck operators, replay operators, Christian Henderson, and graphics operator, Jeremy Fennell. Everybody got their hands involved, man.
Everybody has their hands
replay operator. We got just so many people involved in what's going on. And we talk about this being a family affair. And that's exactly what it is. It's a family affair, and so we get together, we have a good time, we have fun, and that's what it's about. It's also family time for us.
It's family time for us.
Where we can get to sit and talk and stuff. So, and we've got a guy over here that communicates with the referees to let us know, when we can start and when we can stop and things like that. His name wasn't mentioned on the screen, but he's over here dancing to our right, trying to get our attention, And so the producer over there is having a heart attack because he didn't get his name mentioned. But I'll give you this. His last name is Henderson as well. and if he wants to be in the, we would tell him to get into the shot, but he had.
But he's over there dancing.
He's over there dancing. He had Achilles surgery.
Yeah.
And so. But you can't tell.
Sure what he's doing
We're not sure what he's doing over here now, so we don't want to embarrass ourselves by putting him on screen. But we do want to thank him. And here he comes. Here he comes into the shot. Come on into the shot there, partner.
Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
There he is right there. Yeah.
There he is right there.
And there's a reason why he's not mic'd up.
Yeah, that's definitely a reason why.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for allowing us to do 18 games. 18. Starting in September. 18. We did 18 games for the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network, and we want to thank every last one of you. It's been our pleasure. You know, another name that was not mentioned that has done games with us is Dr. Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Dr. J, because Dr. J is also the administrator within the district. Yeah. Coach Mo, we did Coach Mo's name's out there. And the one and only Danae Stuckey
Jones.
Danae Stuckey Jones.
There we go. We don't want no trouble.
We don't want no trouble with her, because that's the last person I want beating me around my head and shoulders is Danae Stuckey Jones. That's for sure. But it's been fun. We've had a great time. We've seen some great basketball games. We saw some great football games, and we've just had a wonderful, wonderful time. And Coach, it's always a pleasure to do business with you, man.
Likewise.
You know that.
Likewise.
Always, man. So for everybody here at the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network, everybody on the production crew, we want to thank you guys for tuning in and being part of what it's been a pleasure for us to do. So until next time, we'll see ya. Good night.